What's going on, guys? Bankrupt Games here with more Ratchet and Clank 2. Last episode when we left off, we were on planet Endako and completed Megapolis. We unlocked Clank, so we now have the helipack and thruster pack, which allows us to move around much faster. We also got the swing shot and grind boots, which we make use of at several points throughout the game, and you need them to progress. And then we also got access to weapon mod vendor, which is a cool side character. So yeah, I recommend going back and watching that to make sure you don't miss out on anything. But this episode we're just going to be heading over to the next planet, and that'll be planet Barlow. And this episode we'll be able to buy some new weapons and do some hoverbike racing as well. And we'll also see some old returning weapons. Really cool opening shot to this level. You can see the Gadgetron logo sort of broken in the background there. So this is a planet that used to be run by Gadgetron, who was the main vendor in the first game. But obviously Megacorp, these guys over here, have sort of taken over being the main vendor in this area or this galaxy. But if we come over to the vendor, there's a new weapon available to us, the Seeker Gun. This is quite a fun weapon. It sends out a little drone that automatically targets enemies and charges towards them and explodes. It does a lot of damage, and then when you upgrade it to level 2, it sends out 3 little drones for the price of 1. So definitely going to purchase it, and it'll be usable throughout quite a lot of the game. You can even make a little bit of use of it right at the end of the game. But for now, we're just going to worry about getting it upgraded to that level 2 version. These guys don't give very much XP at all, and the Seeker Gun takes quite a lot to upgrade as well. See, it's quite powerful. We're not going to make that much progress upgrading it this level. So those like purple dinosaur dog things do give a little bit more XP for the weapon upgrade. Overall, we're not going to be making a massive amount of progress. One downside to the Seeker rifle is that it does only give 2 ammo per ammo crate. But at the same time, it is quite a powerful weapon. Yeah, it does all the work for you, the Seeker Gun. It's very nice, but sometimes it will target sort of an enemy that you don't want it to. But yeah, if you stagger your shots as well, rather than, because it does fire quite quickly. But if you, like I say, stagger your shots, it can help you save on some ammo. Because if you fire it too fast, sometimes the drones will target enemies that the drone that you fired before it have killed. So these guys are having a little cookout. And then they hide underneath the platform you're on. So you have to jump down. Those guys not practicing their fire safety. You can see our ship over there as well. So you can see I fired that second shot a little bit fast there, and just showing off the fact that it will go towards enemies that have already been destroyed. So we have a little mini arena here. Quite a few enemies come across the bridge. They shouldn't be too difficult to destroy. The mini turret launcher can be quite useful for this little section, and we'll take care of most of them for you. But thankfully, with our upgraded mini launcher, guys that are remaining, don't stand much of a chance. Do make sure to pick up the bolts though.
Excuse me. I think I just blew another vacuum tube.
Should I have a look?
My word! You young people are so fresh these days. Oh, don't feel bad. I guess I'm just old-fashioned about that sort of thing. Did you know that I've been with Gadgetron since the beginning?
So you sell these gadgets?
Darling, they sell themselves.
So here we have a little Gadgetron vendor, which brings back some of the weapons from the first game. And if you read here, it says that if you've previously played Ratchet and Clank, any of the weapons that you have earned in your Ratchet and Clank save that are offered at this vendor will be free. So if you buy a weapon in the first Ratchet and Clank, you'll be able to collect it here for free. And obviously, because we have the other, the first Ratchet and Clank up on the channel, we get all these weapons for free. They're not really massively usable. They're just fun to return. Although on New Game Plus, you do get the gold versions of these weapons, basically. So the bomb glove has its massive blast radius, which can be useful in some situations, but there is an item that we'll get that allows us to break boxes, so you can't really, that use for it isn't there anymore. But I'm not going to really mess around with these because we have seen them. I've seen a few of them at least in our Ratchet and Clank 1 playthrough, and I want to focus on what's new to Ratchet and Clank 2. And one of those things that is new is the Rhino 2. So obviously in the first game we had the Rhino 1, and in this game we have the Rhino 2. It's very, very cool. It's probably my favourite Rhino out of all of them. So yeah, we'll definitely work our way towards getting that. Hopefully we'll be able to get it, and I should be able to show it off in this first playthrough. If not, I'll just make a little video showing it off.
Try customizing your quick select.
So I did add those to the quick select menu. So we'll just get rid of those. We'll just have to replace them later on when we get some new items. We do have the Walloper equipped here though. See the hitboxes for these sort of dog enemies. Their attacks is a little bit weird. After you come out where the vendor is, you use the helipad to jump across here.
Hey, who let you in here? Get lost before I flatten your robot into a hubcap.
Touch him, and it's Plasma City!
Oh gosh, you didn't have to yell. Why did he have to yell?
Hey man.
I can't hear you. La 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 la. Only the little guy.
Sir, it is okay. We are your fellow desert riders.
You're... So you understand my sensitivities?
Absolutely, sir. We just came here to race.
Well, you can borrow my Bluebell, so long as you're gentle. She just needs a few repairs.
Hang in there, my brother. Bluebell is in good hands.
Nice little parody there. And then another use for the electrolyzer. And this gives us access to hoverbike racing, and if you wait until the lights turn green and then press the accelerator as they turn green, you'll get a boost start, which basically allows you to cut in front of everyone and hopefully stay in the lead for the rest of the race. So you managed to get the boost start there. And if you see in the top left corner, the little red triangle symbols are the amount of boost we get or have on us at the time. And then the bar that decreases is how much is left of your current boost that you're using. And there is a skill point associated with this race where you need to beat a certain time in order to unlock the skill point. I'm not sure if you can do it on this first track that you can play, because there aren't any shortcuts, and then on the later races there's some shortcuts that get activated and opened up for us, which allow you to have a much shorter lap time. We'll try and go for it by boosting the entire way round, but there's no guarantee that we'll get it. Missed the boost there, but it's not a problem. There's more than enough boosts on the track to boost the entirety of the way round. And obviously we've got a little mini map in the top right corner, and we've got a nice lead there. So you can see we're actually lapping someone here. Again, it's just a nice way to break up the gameplay and let you do something else. So you got T20 there.
Great racing, buddy. Here, take this helmet so the guys know you're one of us.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-oh. Incoming message from the boss. Attention all Thugs for Less employees. First of all, whatever slug brain's been eating all the choochie bars in the break room better quit stuffing his face, or else... Hey, turn those lights off! It's bad feng shui. Ahem. Next, our space rendezvous point has been moved to, and listen up, knuckleheads, the Felsen system in Sector 12345. If you're no good with numbers, find a buddy to help you. Lastly, the company picnic is this Sunday. Don't forget to bring your own juice this time. Hey! I saw that, Cletus! You just earned yourself a write-up. Don't worry. The boss only yells because he loves us.
Yes, sir. I do feel his affection.
Did you see that broadcast?
Not really.
We should scope out that rendezvous point.
Yes, we might intercept some stray transmissions.
So something else that I did forget to point out for you guys is there is actually a platinum bolt hidden on this track. So I'll just put this in here quickly for you guys. And yeah, it's just here. You come around this corner, it'll flash up saying that you're going the wrong way. That's not a problem. You just collect it, and obviously there's no animation because we're on a hover bike. But yeah, like I said, I'll cut to one of the later races where we'll be able to shaft some of the shortcuts and hopefully get that skill point for completing the race under a certain amount of time. So that gives us our new coordinates for the next area that we're going to be visiting, and you also have the option to carry on with the hoverbike races. So that's the first race that we did, and then there's a couple more, and they're a pretty decent way to get a small chunk of change. It's nothing crazy though. There are definitely better ways to earn a bit of money. I just want to double check if you got the skill point, because sometimes it doesn't actually pop up. So we missed a skill point actually in the Mactar Nebula, and that's vandalised. So that I'm pretty sure is another break everything skill point. So that includes all the slot machines as well. Then there's a skill point on Oozler for sniping several of the pterodactyl-looking enemies. But we're going to be going back to Oozler anyway. That's the first proper planet we were on. Just need to... Yeah, Speed Demon, Planet Barlow. That'll be for getting under a certain time in the hoverbike race. Like I said, I don't think you can do it on the first race. I think it's 2:17 that you need to beat. We're not far off with 2:20, but we're going to wait until later races where we unlock some shortcuts. Just because it's quite repetitive, I don't want the episode to drag on too long. I'm going to leave that for the time being. I will do the rest of the hoverbike races. I'll probably do them off camera and then just show you some of the later ones with the shortcuts. Quite interesting on this planet as well is when you come back to your ship, some more enemies have sort of spawned. But yeah, I will do the hoverbike races. I'll do them off camera and just show one of the later ones with the shortcuts and the weapons, because you get weapon pickups, and the other riders can attack Ratchet as well. And yeah, show that one off. I'll probably stick at the end of the episode after we finish the rest of this planet. But I just want to make sure that I can show off the other route on this planet for you guys quickly. Yeah, just mainly making use of the slingshot throughout this area. And also because we have Clank, we also have the Hydra Pack, which makes swimming a lot faster. And you just use that by holding down the R1 button. And then I think when you come to this area, I'm pretty sure it's this one. If it's not, I'll just head it back to when I get back round. No, it is this side. There's going to be another platinum bolt hidden for us. And yeah, this one took me a while to figure out how to get to when I first played through the game. I have to deal with the annoying camera though. If it turns too far, or you turn it too far, Ratchet will stop sort of shimmying along. You can just press R1 to drop. But there's a platinum bolt. Then we just head back and then carry on following this path here. And at the end of this area, we'll be able to get a new gadget as well. So if we come in here, just break this guy out of the ice.
My invention works!
Huh?
It's called the Therminator. It fires charged thermal pellets that can thaw an ice block or freeze a body of water. Gadgetron will pay me millions.
Hey, I don't know how long you've been frozen, but I don't think Gadgetron's operated in this galaxy for years. Everyone buys Megacorp products these days.
Hey, maybe you'd like to buy it.
So it's only 1,000 bolts, but this is a gadget that we'll need to progress in certain areas throughout the game.
Megacorp is hiring.
Use the Therminator to thaw ice.
So it just fires out little balls, but if you tap the button rather than holding it down, it fires much faster, which makes it a little bit sort of less frustrating to use. The ice comes out fast though, so you can just hold that down rather than having to tap the button. But again, that just brings us back to the start of the mission, or start of the level, and you can see all the areas are done here. We've got a few more races to do, but like I said, I'll just include the one of them later on, where hopefully we'll be able to get the skill point as well, and show off some of the weapons and the other races trying to attack Ratchet, and I'll be able to show off all the shortcuts as well. But for now, I'll just cut to that for you guys, and then I'll meet you back on the other side of that as well. So you can see we actually managed to get the skill point there on our the second race, or no, sorry, the third race. So that's only with one of the shortcuts open to us, but I will carry on and do these other races just so that we can get all the bolts basically, and I might show off some of the weapons and the fact that the races attack Ratchet. So there's also another shortcut available to you. It's quite well hidden. It's on the left here, opposite this one. You kind of need to slow down to get it. But you can see it cuts off a massive section of the track. And yeah, very easy way to get ahead. So if you haven't managed to get the skill point using that shortcut on the left there, it's basically a guaranteed way of getting it. And yeah, it makes things much easier for you. And that's all the hoverbike races in this area. You can repeat them again, but you get less bolts each time you do them. So for now, we're just going to move on. You can see in total we've got a nice 15,000 bolts, which leaves us with a healthy amount of bolts. So I'm just going to shaft that skill point. So it's 210 you need to beat. So it's not the most difficult thing in the world. Like I said, if you use that shortcut on the left, that opens up on the later races. You know, it should be quite easy, and then just make use of the boosts, obviously. But I'm going to wrap this episode up here. And next episode, we're going to be heading over to the Thug Rendezvous area where we got the Desert Rider showed us that transmission from the Thugs for Less leader, and this will be a ship combat area. And again, there'll be multiple challenges like the hoverboat races that allow us to earn a decent amount of money. But like I said, that'll be for next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I managed to show everything off okay for you guys in the hoverbike races. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far as well. If you have been enjoying the series, please like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.